Hello everyone, it's Pat from Beads and Plenty More, and today I'm going to show you how to make chain tassels. I've got the little tiny one here on the rose quartz bracelet, which really accentuates the bracelet. I added a couple of little feature beads here as well, just to set the chain off. So that one is only 3/4 of an inch long, which would be 1.5 inches of chain because I've looped it. And this one, which could be an earring or a pendant, is 3 inches long, which gives you 1.5 inches of finished. And this one was 4 inches of chain, and it would then give you 2 inches of finished chain. Now I've looped them at the bottom just so that because it still gives really nice movement even with the loops on the bottom. The other choice is to cut the bottoms, and that would be another look. You'd get more loose ends. Now I'm working with our stainless steel chain, and it's an even link, which helps to keep your lines even on your chain tassel, because you can hook in at any point. If it's an uneven link, it's a little more difficult. And the wire I used is a 22 gauge, and I'm working both pieces right off the spool and with a ruler. So I'm going to make another of the 3-inch tassels here. So what I do is I start with the end of the chain, hook in, and leave it on there. Now measure a 3-inch piece here, so 3 inches, and then hook the wire into that 3-inch point. So that's one loop. And so then we just continue to keep making more and more loops with the 3-inch length. And depending on how full you want the tassel, I usually do about 7 or 8 links. So I've done 3, I believe. 1, 2, 3, yeah. So this is 4 and 5, 6. If they come out a little bit uneven, you can always cut them too, which will, and do an unroll there. 7, and one more will do. So once you get your little group of chain on like that, you're going to take the wire and bend it up, and we're going to cut off the wire. Don't need that much wire. It's just handy to work off of the spool, because then you don't have to worry about your chain running off the other end. And at this point I'm going to cut this last link of chain even with all the loops. There we are. So I've got my little U shape here with my chain. Take the wire together, crisscross, and we're going to wrap that a little bit with our chain pliers. Are good for that, or you can do with your fingers. It takes quite a bit of strength with your fingers, so it's kind of nice to use pliers sometimes when you need a little bit more strength. Give it a couple of little twists, just so that I've got some twists in there. Now I'm going to cut away one of these wires, because I only need one to come up through to make my loop. And now I want to make sure that little twist is centered on my wire. Then I'm going to go through one of these. I like to use cones for the ends too, because they tend to cover up the little excess area there where you've got your wrapped wire and the tops of the chain. So there we go. We've got the chain done and the cap on, and I'm going to go ahead and make the loop on the top. So we'll wrap around with the round nose plier, leaving a little neck here. Go back in with the round nose plier, and I'm going to wrap this wire at the bottom. This is called a wire wrapped loop, which is a very popular closure for wire. And there we go. We've got a little excess wire there and a little bit of a crooked top, so we'll straighten that with the pliers. And I'm going to nip off this excess. So that's how simple it is to make a chain tassel. Just make your loops and up into the cap, wrap with a loop, and you've got a nice, it could be an earring, could be a pendant, and I made a little short one, as I say, with the bracelet so that it has a nice little dangle off the bracelet. So, and for the bracelet I used this tiny little cone, and the other one that I have here I use this fancier cone too, so that's another option. I find if you use a flat bead cap, you're not going to be able to get that twisted wire and the ends of the chain hidden away. So again, the stainless steel chain, which is a nice even link, works very well. You don't need to use stainless steel, but it's a little stronger, so it lasts a bit better. And 22 gauge wire. Hope you enjoy making chain tassels. Bye for now.